Hi everybody, welcome to The Limit Breakdown. We review everything in TV show, movies, and entertainment. I'm your host, Sid.
And I'm Migs.
And today we're going to be doing a deep dive review of Cocaine Bear, the new weird horror thriller movie. Our too long didn't watch review of the movie. Now, the good things about this movie are it is pure entertainment. You can just turn your brain off and have a good time with this movie. There were some really good gore special effects, almost Tarantino level, but they were put. And this movie knew it was a B movie, and it did not try to be anything more, and that's why.
However, there were some gags that kind of dragged on a little bit too long. There's not really much in way of a plot. And there were a lot of scenes that were supposed to be funny that were really kind of cringe instead. So for those reasons, we gave this movie a 4.
It was a good movie, good watch. If it's still in theaters, you guys should probably go check it out. But if it comes on streaming, it's still okay. Still a good movie. But stick around after our intro for our deep dive review of Cocaine Bear.
Everybody, welcome back to The Limit Breakdown, where we break down the latest in TV, movies, and everything going on in entertainment. And we're back today reviewing Cocaine Bear. All right, so Sid, let me have your initial thoughts on this bad boy.
This was a great entertaining movie. So entertaining. Like I said, you can just turn your brain off, sit back, and just have a good time with this movie. You don't have to think too much. You just watch what's going on. And as the title says, it's Cocaine Bear. They didn't waste any time getting to the plot of it, how nothing. Just here's what happened. Let's do a rundown of the plot. Plain, cocaine gets shot out. Some guy's throwing it over into the woods. The guy dies. A bear finds it. And there's a bunch of people that are trying to find the cocaine because they're drug dealers. And there's a bunch of kids in the woods for reasons that does not matter. And that's it.
Yeah, I mean...
that sums up the movie.
So this movie is inspired by true events. So as far as I was able to discern from the interwebs, the aspects of this story that are based on a true story are... There was a man that fell to his death with a bag of cocaine. Mm-hmm. There was some cocaine that fell into the Chattahoochee Forest. Mm-hmm. And there was a bear who ingested said cocaine.
Yep.
But the bear did not go on a murderous rampage. It actually died, probably from all the cocaine that it ingested.
I think it lived for like half a day or something like that, and then it just died.
But Elizabeth Banks, who was the director, famous from Knocked Up and Zack and Mary Make a Porno and several other great comedies. But she decided that their interpretation of this was going to have the bear go on a murderous rampage. And man, did that bear rampage.
Did it? It did not stop. From the opening scene of the two hikers going on, which I found hilarious. So the hikers' names were Olaf and Elsa, which I found was hilarious. And I didn't think about this until later. The actor is actually one of the wildlings from Game of Thrones.
Tormund Giants.
And I was like, I know that guy.
Yeah.
So that was hilarious. The rest of the movie was the drug dealer Sid, spelled differently, trying to get his son and his right hand man to go retrieve the cocaine. What I didn't. So the son was grieving the whole time about a cat that died or a friend that died.
I'm not 100% sure.
Johnny.
I thought it was a girlfriend.
I thought it was the guy who jumped off the plane and died.
No.
But it clearly wasn't.
No. Because because he had a tattoo, right?
Oh, it's Joan.
It was
and then he got tattooed
John. Yeah. Yeah, so it was supposed to be Joan. So I think it was his girlfriend that died.
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
He went to get her name tattooed, but the guy tattooed John instead of Joan.
No regrets. And the whole time he's just soppy and like just crying about everything.
So that guy is the guy that played young Han Solo.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
In the Solo movie that went nowhere.
Okay. Fair enough. Yep. Alden Enrich. Whatever. That guy.
But yeah, no, it's just typical B. I mean, they did not let up with the gore. Like, there were limbs flying everywhere. There was blood. There were some scenes, man. The park ranger in the cabin, and she blows one kid's head off. Like, oh my god! Like,
I don't understand how she misses. She's looking at the door,
yeah,
and then she just goes, eh. I found that kind of stupid. Like, she's looking at the door, and she goes, eh.
And then at a certain point, the cocaine became kind of like a superpower for the bear, because there were like so many times where it's like, the bear stops and like falls asleep, and you think the bear's dead, and then he gets a whiff of coke, and all of a sudden it's like, yeah, superpowers activated.
It's like Popeye spinning.
Yeah, and then the little cocaine cubs. That was that was a bit extra. Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, the plot was barely there, but it was so entertaining. It was funny. Everybody died.
Yeah. So the subplot being the gangsters or drug dealers are trying to retrieve the cocaine. The guy that fell from a plane because he hit his head and died. First of all, should have been splattered, but whatever. And the detective.
Well, they did say that the emergency chute fired, but it wasn't enough to.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. But the detective was trying to find the rest of the cocaine. He's like, I can find the cocaine, I can find the dealers, yada yada. So that was the subplot, and then he had, I guess, he wanted a dog because of another various reason, and then he got like a little toy dog, and the whole time he's like, I don't want this thing, but he kind of falls in love with that thing. He dies, but whatever. So that was a weird subplot going on. Anyone that comes to the cabin or the lodge to see the rangers just dies. The ambulance, or like
the ambulance sequence was insane.
They called him for, what was it, like a seizure or something?
Yeah, a concussion.
And then they're just blood.
Yeah,
everywhere.
The ambulance sequence, the bear jumps from into the ambulance.
I think so. Right before that scene, when they're driving away in the ambulance, and the lady's strapped in, and you just see the bear going woof woof woof. I'm like, God, I would have pissed my pants. Fun fact: I don't know about black bears. Grizzly bears can actually run as fast as a horse. That is, even though they're like big, they're actually very fast. So I'm assuming black bears are probably as fast, or if not a little bit slower. So that scene actually makes sense. Plus, he was on cocaine. YouTube, I don't know if we can say cocaine or how many times we can. So the stuff.
Cocaine.
Yes.
It's a hell of a drug.
So the other subplot was there's a little girl and her friend who want to go to the trails. They find cocaine. There's children doing it.
Yo, I was just about to say that.
And then the kids
that they actually had.
How did the girl know to stab it and open it? And then she takes a huge scoop. I kid you not. The entire theater.
She should have been tripping.
The entire theater goes, oh, and then the kid does it too. Or like, yo,
how are they not dead? How are they not dead?
I mean, granted, they did spit a lot of it out, but still, at some point, oh, yeah. I'm not gonna. That was a little.
Don't do drugs.
Yes,
drugs
please.
are bad.
Say no to drugs, especially if you find them in the forest, because
The cartel don't play.
Yeah. Now, it would have been funny. So originally, when the kids found the brick, and they were like, "Oh, I wonder what got into it, a deer," and they're like hopping around. It would have been funny if later in the movie, if you had seen like a deer get into it, and then it's just going insane. That would have been pretty funny. I would have.
They kind of did something similar towards the end. I don't know if you stuck. There were post-credit scenes.
I saw. Yes. I saw it.
So like one of the teenage hoodlums ends up with one of the bags, and then he gets into a pickup truck and there's a bunch of sheep. And so like he puts the bag at first in with the goats, and then like. He thinks about it, then they stop again, and he goes and he grabs the bag and he takes it with them.
Yeah, I was not expecting a post-credit scene with Cocaine Bear.
Yeah.
The next one was, the other post-credit was the little ant toy dog, which has now been given to Eddie, the drug lord's son. So their second-hand man, Devon, or I forgot his name, he gets his fingers blown off, which is, I found hilarious because they had these two fingers blown off, and he's like, how do they do that? And then the dog is eating the fingers. Oh my god, that scene was so funny.
Yeah. Was not worth the price.
I'm not gonna lie, that was the whole movie.
No, there wasn't really a whole lot of deep breakdown to do with this one. It was enjoyable. Honestly, it got a higher score than I was originally expecting it. I was expecting this to be a 2.5 tops, but I mean, look, they had some emotional little beats in there, but overall the movie was just, it knew what it was about.
It was a B movie that knew it was a B movie, did not try to do anything more. It just tried to be a bear movie.
Bear with me, Jay. So apparently there is plans for a Cocaine Bear too.
Oh my goodness, Gary.
So and it looks like this might have spawned a brand new horror subgenre. So there is a tweet that went out from some type of movie production that they're working on something called Attack of the Meth Gator. So that we might be seeing the birth of a new horror subgenre.
Just animals on drugs.
Yeah. Just go to Florida, people.
Oh, yeah, that's probably where it's gonna be. No honesty. Dang. I want to talk about the bear for a second. So obviously the bear, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, it looked like the bear was CGI majority of the movie.
I think so.
Even though in the post credit I did see it said bear handler, so they might have had like a bear to kind of do the main parts and then kind of CGI over him. I'm not really sure, but he definitely looked CGI. Every time the bear came on scene, it was hilarious. Every time he goes on the murderous rampage. So when the ambulance comes and the guy opens the door and he sees the bear and he just slowly closes it back up, and you just see the blood and guts ripping.
I'm not gonna lie, that would probably be my reaction. Was just like, I'm just gonna close this door and
then. When the mom sees the bear for the first time and they're on the trees and the kid's like, bears can't climb trees, and the guy's like, yes they can. Oh my god. So the one thing I forgot to mention this, the one thing that I thought was super cringe. Now this is based in Georgia. We are in Georgia. They added the thickest Southern accent to every character, and it was kind of cringy. I'm not gonna lie. Like that one park ranger's friend or whatever, the guy with the mustache, he's like, bears can't climb trees, and he's like, yes they can. And you can see them accentuate those words too far. I'm like, I know you're doing a Southern accent, but don't make fun of us. Like, too much. And then the bear just jumps on and goes destroys them.
Yeah,
entertainment is max.
Yeah, no, this is one of those movies I don't think I'm ever going to see this movie again.
Really? I think it's one of those movies where you're like, you know what, if I have nothing to watch, I got some, if you want to put something on in the background while doing something, you put it on and you just have a good laugh.
Look, in 10 years, I might be like, hey, why don't we watch Cocaine?
Yeah.
And that might be the one time But I'm not gonna go out of my way to see this movie again. But for what it was entertaining. Like I enjoyed it. It was entertaining. Like I said, mindless. Turn your brain off and don't think about it too hard, because you might give yourself a concussion.
Fair. Short, sweet, simple. Final thoughts?
Final thoughts is don't do coke, kids. Coke is bad.
Yeah. Good movie. Recommend you guys watching it. Let us know what you think, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Thank you. All right, so thanks for tuning in, and as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel.
And please follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and podcasting services such as Apple Podcast and Spotify.
Thanks a lot. Catch you next time.